Hey guys, I'm unable to deliver this week's video as scheduled on a Sunday, which is basically every week. So I can't really say welcome for this week's video because I haven't done it as yet, and I am terribly sorry for that. I mean, I could have just do the video and you guys wouldn't know, but I wanted to be honest with you and let you know what's up. I do have a reason why I haven't done it, because I had my hands tied with something else. But before telling you what it is, let me give you guys a bit of a story. So a long time ago, I had a kitten, which I did say in the get to know me tag that I had a cat, but I didn't really give you the full story about that because it was just a get to know me tag. So the kitten I had was her name was Roxane, and I got her when I was walking towards my cousin's house in Marigot when she used to live there back then, and they had a bunch of stray cats. And so they had one was so cute that I wanted so bad, and I guess she didn't want me back, so that's okay, that's life. And while walking, there was one in particular that was following me. So Roxane was following me and things like that. So I said, well, she's gonna be the cat. And we had so much joyful moments with her, you know. It was all laugh and stuff like that. Even my brother, we had a couple episodes when she got home upset and stuff, so we like imagine a lot of stuff, like, you know, like she was probably fighting another cat and she lost, or she was fighting with a rat and she lost because she got home so upset. And we went to see why she was so angry, and then when we saw the reason why, it was so hilarious. You know, like at the parking spot, my mom have like dot that she would have there, so when she reaches up to the parking, she knows where to stop. So Roxanne would go up, and then, you know, when she goes up, that you have dots coming down and thing like that, and she'll try to catch it, but by the time it reaches on the bottom, you know, dirt settled down, and because she couldn't grab it, you know, so it pissed her off. So that was the reason why she was upset. And ever since she died, I never really managed to have another cat in my life. And it was, I still remember that night, I was by my godmother's house, you know, for dinner and stuff like that. She had like a get together, and my brother came, and my brother goes, your cat died. So I'm like, no, you're lying, because he was smiling while telling it to me. And then, you know, my bigger cousin was next to him, and he's like, you know, he's saying the truth. I'm like, yeah, right, you guys are laughing while he's saying it. And then he goes, no, the cat died. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And he, you know, my elder cousin goes like, no, he's saying the truth, your cat really died. I'm like, no, I don't believe you guys and stuff like that. So he's like, okay, call mommy and ask mommy to check it out, and then, yeah, you'll see for yourself. So I called my mom, and I told my mom, you know, cross the road and see if you see the cat. And my mom called back, and then she goes to see the cat die. I mean, it's so much years ago, but it's still hurt me because I really love that cat so much. And she said, yeah, the cat died and things like that, it get squashed and stuff. And, you know, the next day I put her in a shoebox, and you know, we bury her and stuff like that, my sister and things, we bury her on the other side. And ever since Roxanne, I never really had the courage and stuff to adopt another cat or have another cat, because, yeah. And so yeah, and after that now, I think a few years, like very few years after, they had this cat that came that looked exactly like her, you know, had the same stripes and stuff like that. And the cat just looked at me, and I look at the cat, and I'm like, Roxanne, and the cat just watch and then disappear, just like literally disappear out of thin air. So yeah, so yeah, I couldn't manage, and I couldn't even touch really another cat and stuff like that, because I really miss my cat. So at my job, you know, we have a lot of wild cats and stuff like that, and this cat in particular gave birth to kittens, 4 kittens before the whole confinement. So when I went to check them and see how they are and stuff like that, you know, I didn't really want to pick up a cat. You know, I only saw 3 out of 4, and I didn't want to pick them up and stuff like that. And then up comes this cat, you know, and when I approach her, she's like shh, like that. And I'm like, ooh, I want to hold you. I'll make an exception for you because you seem fierce and stuff like that. And plus, you know, we have the kind of same hair color and things. So I said I'm gonna take that cat. And so he's like, oh, well, she's gonna get adopted. I'm like, what? Finally, I found a cat that I love and I want to adopt after how many years, and she's going to someone else. So I felt bad and sad about it. And so when the family, he said, yeah, family's gonna come over to take a look at the cats and stuff like that. And then I think probably a week or so after that visit, I saw my coworker again. He's like, oh, I have good news for you. She's not going anywhere, so you can have her if you want her. I'm like, yay, that's a sign. She's for me and stuff like that. So Saturday she got her vaccine, and that same day, well, Friday is when I really got her name. I wanted to call her Tigress because she's kind of like a tiger looking. So he's like, no, give her a better name than that. So I'm like, what am I gonna call her? So I kind of like Googled, you know, different names, and you know, just a thought came like, why not an Egyptian name? So I came up with one. I saw one, and it's Akila, which means intelligent. So I really like that name and stuff. And so Akila came home on Saturday. When she came, when I opened the cage, she shooted out like a bullet, and she was so scared, so stressed. You know, she was running everywhere, and she jumped on the door to get out, but the door was locked. And then from there, she's just jumping everywhere looking to escape. And I'm like, wow, how am I gonna manage to tame this cat and stuff like that? That was the first time it ever happened to me, because I did had the 2 other one that was going towards the family over, and they were so nice, super friendly and stuff like that. So I imagine Akila would have been the same thing, but it wasn't the case. It wasn't that easy. So I tried to hold her, and of course she did the and stuff like that. She didn't want me to approach her or anything like that. So I'm like, this is gonna be harder than I thought. So I messaged my coworker and then told him what's going on. He's like, okay, what we're gonna do tomorrow, I'm gonna come and take her, and we're gonna bring her back home. And then what you're gonna do is take her brother with you to make the, you know, adjustment a bit more easier for her. So yesterday, after he left, I stayed there for a bit. I went home, get the toys, and then went back. And I played with both of them at the same time, and you know, just pick her up. I managed to pick her up, put her back down, then pick her up again and put her back down, you know, so that she feels that a little comfortable and stuff. And when I brought them home now, you know, I brought her back in the cage, which she really hates. And she came out. Well, I gave him a name. His name is Jabari, which means brave. And so he was okay, and he watched around. So she's a bit more used to the house than him, so you know, she just walked around. But at a certain point, when she didn't see her brother, you know, she started meowing and crying out for him, and then he would come out and, you know, look for her and stuff. And then this part really made my day is when she started to eat, because the other day she didn't eat a thing. And then she ate, then he came and ate, then they played together, and then I played with them, and it was so good. And thanks to him, you know, I managed to actually hold her, you know. So I picked her up. Of course she did the noise, and I'm like, it's okay, Akila, it's okay. And then I picked her up and had her like this. I'm like, oh, nice Akila, nice Akila. And yeah, and that was super good. I was so happy. So yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't do this week's video, because I was really busy with them yesterday. Today they're actually with their mom. You know, I'll actually leave Akila there tonight so that she's with her mom and stuff like that. And tomorrow I'm gonna just look for her and bring her back over and stuff like that. so it makes both things easier for the mom and you know, for Akila to be here and there as well. So I'll just keep doing this probably for a week until she gets used to the house and stuff like that. So yeah, so the video that I wanted to do actually was a reaction video to the bully experience. You know, I've used 2 videos for that video and I wanted to do a reaction, so in 2 parts, because it's quite long, and to don't bore you guys like I'm doing now, you know, to just separate them, because I'll be commenting, so of course with the comments it's gonna stretch the video a bit more and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be posting it tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and then the other one I'll be doing on Thursday. And yeah, so yeah, and plus the app I usually use to edit the videos doesn't have that option, so I had to download another app that would enable me to do that, you know, where you have your video and then you have a small video with your reaction or something like that, or the other way around. So yeah, that will be next week's, well, this week's video in 2 parts. So yeah, so once again, I do apologize for the delay and hope you guys can forgive me for that. And yeah, so that's it. Hope that you had a good weekend and that your week started well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow and Thursday. Peace. Ciao. So the reason why I didn't do this week's video is because I've had my hands tied with my cat, my little kitten,